Hello, my name is Kira Laurent, and I will be sharing my commentary about the semester-long question, what is leadership? My definition of leadership has stemmed from everything we have learned thus far in the semester. I wrote, leadership is the collaborative process of influence that guides others towards a common goal. And I thought that this image depicted that idea perfectly because it shows that guidance and supportive hand that is motivating and influencing others towards that common or objective goal. Have your views on leadership changed? Why have they changed? If not, what are your views and why? At the start of the semester, I thought leadership was a more controlling and dictative role, and my views have changed based upon the assigned readings, discussion boards, and communication amongst my classmates. My views now are that leadership is a shared process and a more facilitative role instead of a representative of a company or group barking orders at other people to follow through with. What values, skills, competencies, and abilities do you possess which are important to being a leader? I'm a very passionate and driven person, and I think that's very important for leaders to possess because that spark that you have might be able to ignite the fire in someone else to join forces with you and come up with solutions to problems that you may have or accomplish your goals for the future. I am objective to the bigger picture. I love to search for the deeper meaning behind things and the truth about situations, and I can definitely see beyond the day-to-day and think about the future. I have always been a very open-minded person, whether that was to people who are different from me, come from a different culture, and I find it exciting to learn about people's opinions that are different from mine, whether that's about religion or politics. I just think it's very interesting, and I think being a leader, you need to be open-minded to different ideas that might be brought to the table. I am creative, and I think outside the box to solve my own problems or come up with different solutions. I am brave enough to take risks. I'll be the first one to do something controversial or to think about ways that we could be doing this differently, even if it means making a mistake. And lastly, I am always wanting and willing to learn. That's one of the reasons I love college so much, is because I love to learn about new things and new research that's being done. And as a leader, you need to be adaptable with what information is brought to you and be ahead of the curve. Be able to accept that and not be afraid of change. How do leaders grow and develop? Leaders never stop growing, and practice and experience makes perfect. As a leader, the experiences you have will be more informational than any book you read. It is important to take risks and try new things, even if it means making a mistake, as I mentioned earlier. A section of the semester that we focused on was about self-reflection and how that can help grow and develop a leader. And this is very important to consider so a leader will understand their own strengths and weaknesses and evolve those strengths and pay closer attention to those weaknesses. Also, listening and learning from feedback, whether that's amongst your peers or your followers, and remember to not take it personally. Challenging yourself is also an important part of being a leader, and if you are able to find a mentor or coach in your expertise, that can be really helpful so you can learn from their mistakes and expand upon the foundation that they've already built. Lastly, venturing for yourself, putting yourself out there is also important to grow and develop so people can realize that you are capable and you have qualities that can be important to leadership. On a scale of 1 to 10, how important do you think awareness of your own cultural biases is to your success as a leader? 10. Understanding your cultural biases is important because you need to learn the truth behind it. Where did it come from? what is the purpose behind these cultural biases in the first place. Because a lot of the time, cultural biases were rooted in not good intended situations. Understanding cultural biases can remove the blinders that obstruct our vision and open our minds to ideas that are different from our own, or people who are different from ourselves. It can also help establish an inclusive environment that is becoming more and more popular and important, especially to me. And diversity can help bring innovative perspectives. In our country right now, leaders have looked the same for a very long time, yet our country is one of the most diverse in the world, and our leaders do not represent the population. They do not represent the reality, and it is hard for me to believe that they are in touch with that reality and are in touch with the struggles. And I think understanding your cultural biases can prevent that from happening and include people who understand things that you might not, or have firsthand experiences with situations that you have not before. Thank you for listening to my speech, and I hope you enjoyed. Thank you.